I'm Naphtaly Mokgotsane, the Acting Chief Operations Officer of merSETA. merSETA is the SETA, Sector Education and Training Authority, responsible for manufacturing, engineering, and related services. So we have 6 chambers that we serve in terms of our sector and related subsector. That will be your auto chamber, which talks to the auto manufacturers like your BMW, Nissan, Mercedes-Benz, VW, and so on. So all the skills related to manufacturing and putting together a vehicle, that what we look at as a priority. The second chamber that we are responsible for is any manufacturing related to using a metal. So from the skills that are related in the furnace or foundry operations and also welding, that will be our area. We also look at the sector on motor. That will be the aftercare of vehicles, the related repairs. And we also have an auto components chamber, which looks at the parts that are made to manufacture mobile vehicles. And we also have a chamber where anything related to manufacturing by plastic and new tire manufacturing. So these are your tires used in vehicle. So we are here because we need the youth to have exposure to what merSETA is, what merSETA does. The skills that are needed in our sector, have to be enhanced, and we want to catch the youth. This is an event that attracts a lot of youth, so therefore we want them to have some sight of what is merSETA, what merSETA does, because we want to create a pipeline. We want our youth to know there is trade, there are artisans, there is a motor mechanic, there's a spray painter, there's a welder, tool maker, and so on. And those are the skills that typically one may acquire and be able to have self-employment and also be absorbed in a market that is really lucrative as far as technical and vocational is concerned. So we have a bus here, which is our career bus, which gives people, some insight into spray painting, into welding, what goes into those occupational related trades. So they can get excited and be attracted. We just don't want people to follow your typical professions like your nursing, educators, lawyers, but there is other area that they need to look at, which is important to sustain the economic development of our country. Thank you.
So tell me, when we are here, how was the response so far? Are the people coming to the bus? It's a beautiful big bus, anyone can see it. But how was the reception?
The reception has been good. I think through our social media, we have merSETA on Facebook, on Twitter, and also on LinkedIn. So we are getting a lot of responses because everything that we do here is also shared through our social media platform, which is merSETA Social.
So for people to be qualified candidates for your SETA, what are you looking for?
We want, to catch these youngsters at the school level. So what we do is we have projects that we fund. Our, for an example, the Department of Education, we also want to entice them at technical high school so that they can move into vocational stream. We support a lot of TVET colleges so that they can follow that route, so that they can be able to get the technical skills, which will then, move into artisan and therefore the higher level of engineering. So we are, sort of giving, support to entities that are doing the support and the training of the youth in terms of those skills area that we need in our sector.
And the age restriction do you have?
Obviously, I have to be 16 years and above to enter into programs. There are some of our occupational programs that would require them to have already a technical background. Hence, we are supporting technical schools and we are supporting TVET colleges so that when they leave the high school without those technical schools, if they have not done math, science, and any vocational related subject, then they can enter through the TVET stream, to acquire those skills so that they can then progress into our occupational programs.
In terms of awareness, I know you touched it a bit. So for people like in Soweto, there's a lot of young people that are unemployed.
Yeah.
The problem with them is the ignorance that is there. They are not aware of such services. Do you make yourselves available maybe to those locations?
We do, however, we are unable to reach everybody. But in one of our, what we call performance indicators, we want to reach out to the career practitioners. So these are the people who guide the students at the school level into careers. Because typically what we've seen is some of these career developers don't even know what is an artisan, what is apprenticeship. So they will not be able to promote those kind of skills to the school pupils. So that's where we're reaching out to them. We're doing career bus, we move around the country. We may not reach all areas, but that's the least that we do, to get to the youth nationally. So.
And then any challenges so far that you have met whilst you're doing your tour like this?
The youth are different. They get interested by something that has technology, and if you don't have a technology, then you will not get their interest. So I think the reason why we're using computers is, for them to sit in front of a computer in the bus and experience the trade. That should be, overcoming the challenge where, obviously they would want to use technology to reach them. The reason why we're also going out of our way to go into Facebook, because this is where they belong. This is the space that they operate in, same with Twitter and so on. So those are the challenges to reach out to those. We know in some areas, in rural areas, some may not have smartphones, so they may not necessarily reach out to those social media platforms that we want to get to them through.